Welcome back, trainers, and in this video I have another fantastic team to showcase for you and to potentially test out. Initially, I was going into the Go Battle League with this team thinking, let's just see what happens. Turned out to be an absolutely, I wouldn't say flawless, but an amazing team. Really performed fantastically. Now, we do have the Dragalge over here with the typings. Usually that indicates that that's the specific Pokemon of the showcase for this video, but that's not quite the case here. We also have Shadow Nidoqueen, which is going to be an XL. The Dragalge is also going to be XL. Now, I don't have enough XL candies to completely power this up to 1500, which mine will land on exactly for the Dragalge. I just worked with what I had, unfortunately, that's it. But we're looking okay. It has great IVs, and apparently you want better attack for your Dragalge to get the best benefit out of it for the Ultra Premier here. And we're going to have a ball. If you did not see it, I'm sure you did, is that shiny Obstagoon. I already have one in the Ultra League, but I'm not going to pass up the opportunity to use my shiny. Let's get it. Had a ball, and it just probably does more damage. Obviously, that's a joke. So, what are we looking at as far as weaknesses? We'll get into the commentary here in a minute. If you're thinking, well, yeah, kind of weak to Psychic type there, Poke. Specifically, Confusion users, you're going to be put in quite a jam. You're not wrong at all. So what do I do if we run into a, say, XL Hypno in the front, or just a Confusion user, potentially a Glade? We swap into Dragalge, because when it comes down, say it's a Glade, it's not going to be hitting us with super effective charge moves. You have Leaf Blade massively resisted, and then Close Combat also resisted. The Confusion is going to dig in, but we can work around it. And with the buff Dragon Tail, holy cow, it hits like a truck. And there's a little trick to this team as well. If you have somebody who's going to swap into your Nidoqueen eventually, you hit it with the Poison Fang, lower the defense, swap into the Dragalge, or I guess the Obstagoon, depending upon what they did go in with, and you're going to be chunking away. I mean, we lower the defense on a Dragonite, swap into the Dragalge, and the Dragon Tail takes it out in like three hits. It's insane. Then the Obstagoon is going to be clearly covering our weakness of Psychic with the Dark typing here, right? Extremely weak to fighting, and that's why we have the Nidoqueen Poison and the Dragalge Poison to cover its weakness, which is going to be very weak to that, right? So, with that said, I had an absolute ball. I'm just in the best mood in the past couple of days. I have to look at the bright side of things. If you're thinking, something going on? No, nothing's going on. It's just, maybe some of you think I'm more negative more of the time, which, I can't deny that. I think I'm more of a realist, and it comes off as me being negative, once in a while around that kind of a discussion. But for the most part, I'm just trying to bring things to everybody's attention, and probably don't have the best expression all the time in those matters. But with that said, let's keep that good energy going. If you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, and we'll go ahead and get into this commentary as you're watching these battles, probably waiting for me to start talking about it, like, what's going on, let's see it. All right, well, up against the Charizard here, Dragon Claw is going to be doing some super effective damage to us, and we could have, I don't know, I wasn't counting here, I'm kind of a little lost. Can we farm down? Yeah, okay, so we didn't really need to throw that energy, but it is what it is here. We're taking the win anyways. They're like, okay, you got me. Now let's get into the full commentary. This team was a blast. All right, so we're met with a Politoed with our Nidoqueen. Well, this is not great, because Politoed's going to be able to spam that Weather Ball, which is super effective to us. So we're going to go ahead and build up some energy. I was trying to catch a Weather Ball, unfortunately not. They did build up extra energy here, so they're going to be able to spam us or retreat with their energy here. I wouldn't say I made a little bit of a mistake here. It was the fact that the opponent was wise enough to shield this up. I go straight for the Gunk Shot. Now, let's step away from the commentary for just a second and talk about the moves. Why Gunk Shot and not Cross Chop? I just wanted to go with some extra fun, spicy poison type moves. And we're also going to have Outrage on the Dragalge. Now, if you're going to be running this specific team with Obstagoon with the Gunk Shot, you could switch some moves around if you're going to use this specific team here. As far as the Dragalge is concerned, I mean, you could play around with that. The Obstagoon doesn't necessarily need the Gunk Shot. I had it just in case we got stuck up against a Fairy type. But, we have Nidoqueen, but the Nidoqueen's not always going to be around, and the Dragalge doesn't have the Gunk Shot on it. But, you can definitely run Gunk Shot on Dragalge. So you'll have that coverage up against those Fairy types. Seeing that you're not going to be taking super effective damage, you're going to actually have a fighting chance to get to the Gunk Shot. So yeah, just some fun stuff here. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the full commentary. I'm a little disorientated right now regarding the video because this is my 8th time recording the audio. Taking a break after that 4-minute, like 20-second mark. I really didn't mean to just come out with that number, but it just happened. But the audio just keeps screwing up, and I'm probably, yeah, like the 8th time recording this, so yippee! Gotta love that, only editing from the phone. So here's that example. Confusion user, what do? Here you go. We're swapping into Dragalge. If you're thinking, well, they could have just stayed there and farmed up, I suppose, but we're going to be able to spam them. Dragon Tail hits hard. It's not a joke. If you're not resisting it, it's doing a lot of damage, and if you're not a tanky Pokemon. So yes, we're swapping into Dragalge, obviously not going into Obstagoon because, well, they're just going to swap into something that they have ready to go for the dark types back there. And it will be able to resist the Leaf Blade like we discussed, as well as the close combat. You're going to see other examples of it going up against a Glade and have a better understanding as to what it can pull off and how many of those confusions it can really take. And if you're wondering about the IVs, do you want lower attack? Well, thanks to the swag man himself, he actually said that you may want to have higher attack on it. So, you know, I made mine initially a while back, and it had higher attack, and I kind of got a little disappointed in myself because I was thinking, you know, I probably shouldn't have put those little bits of XL into it or the rare candies to buy that secondary move all rushing. But it turns out it is actually going to be pretty good. So, with that said, let's fully get into the commentary here. Up against the Galvantula, we're going to take super effective damage from the lunge. Obstagoon is a fantastic Pokemon, lowering our attack with that lunge. There we go. So we do have the Nidoqueen, which is going to be able to resist the electric moves, still taking a ton of damage from the lunge, so we kind of have to really play this out carefully here. Do we want to shield this up? I think we do. Put on a little bit more pressure. Despite them lowering our attack, Galvantula is squishy, and it's still going to take some decent damage here. So let's see what happens. We're getting, oh, this is perfect. So they're going to be forced to throw again here. Otherwise, we were going to get off another charge move. And even though, like we said, they lowered our attack, we're still going to hurt them. Now what we're going to be able to do is go in here. And as much as I wanted to farm, don't think that was going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and take it out before we give them a win here. Bringing in the Glade, we're able to survive those confusions, getting to a Poison Fang and taking the win. So there you have it. The Confusion user can be troublesome, but there is workarounds. And the Pokemon that we have going up against it are not going to be completely vulnerable and able to still fight back to some degree. Now, I was running into a bunch of Venusaur leads, which this is not the worst situation. Dragalge is going to completely wall Venusaur. It is amazing. Now, Frenzy Plan is Frenzy Plan. At the end of the day, it's hurting a lot no matter what, unless you're like a Skarmory with that real hard resistance. Dragalge being Poison and Dragon is going to be able to have, you know, that wall against it, and it's going to be great. So anyways, up against the Charizard here with the Aqua Tail, going to go ahead and throw that. Super effective. We're getting a shield, the first one. And this Charizard does have Wing Attack, a Legacy. So sounds good to me. Dragon Claw getting through. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get to another Aqua Tail, but that's okay. There's a reason why I let that go through. We do not want to give up all our shields quite yet. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this is just a Dragon Claw, and good call on our end. Very good. Building up a little bit of extra energy beyond the Night Slash here. And as usual, the mic quality seems to get better as the video progresses. I don't know what in the heck is up with that. It really is annoying. Anyways, they're swapping into the Chandelure. We got to go big or go home. We have to call this or we lose. Or, I mean, we don't lose, but it's going to put us at a great advantage. So we are going for the Earth Power. They had to call a shield or not. They let it go through. Maybe they thought that, well, they obviously thought we were going to be going for a Poison Sting. Poison Fang, sorry. And we're taking the win there. Looking good. This team is amazing. I have a lot of fun using it, folks. So we're taking this is our first set with it. We got a 5-0. Let's go. All right. Okay. Into some more battles here. We're going to be leading with the Shadow Nidoqueen the entire time. Next battle, we are met with a Talonflame. And this is actually not as bad as you may think it is. I mean, it's fine. Because of the Shadow Poison jabs so strong, mixed with the attack or the defense debuff that we're going to be throwing onto them with the Poison Fang. It's looking just amazing here. So yeah, it's really starting to add up. So we're going to just go ahead and throw this Poison Fang. Just continue on here just to do as much damage as we can. We're not going to swap and lock ourselves. What we're going to do though is go in here with Obstagoon and counter down with not very effective damage and build up our energy. And yeah, we're using a shield here. Going for a Brave Bird. They didn't swap. They're staying and bringing in an Altaria here. Alright, so, alright, how I could have played this a little differently. Do I want to go for the Gunk Shot? I really did. I honestly really wanted to, but you never know when they're going to shield up. And if you're an Obstagoon and you're farming forever, more than likely you're going to be going for what, a Hyper Beam or a Gunk Shot, and it's really easy to tell. Or you could just be tricking them, right? Alright folks, so I just took off the wind cover on my mic here, and if you're wondering why do you have a wind cover inside, it helped the quality control of the mic. It's been like, I don't know, a year since I haven't used it, and before that I was having issues, so let's see how it sounds now. Hopefully it's nice and crystal clear for you. So, thought process during this battle right here. What's going through my mind? Well, I thought, okay, counter down this thing, build up to 2 Night Slashes here. I think we could take this win, no problem. Okay, gonna go ahead and throw the first Night Slash, and obviously we'll get a shield out of them. Fantastic. Oh, we got this, no problem. Throwing another one here. And me thinking I calculated everything perfectly, they survive with 1 HP, getting to the Sky Attack, and they're going to be taking the win on the Obstagoon. You can't always calculate the perfect battle, especially losing by 1 HP. That's not your fault. So, does the audio sound good, folks? I hope so, because I switched over to an older mic that actually crapped out on me a long time ago. And just somehow thinking that it might have built up its rejuvenation again, and now it sounds good. And apparently it does sound better than the other one we were using. So, interesting lead. We're up against a Alolan Sandslash. This is absolutely amazing, being that Steel and Ice type. We're going to just be able to counter down. Now check this out. This is hilarious. We go for the Gunk Shot, and as soon as they get hit by that, they're like, yeah, I'm good. And then they back out. You know, you have some of those battles. I'm certainly not making fun of them by any means, because I do that too. When it's like, yep, yeah, there's no coming back from that anymore. Anyways, next battle, we're met with a Empoleon. So what do we do here? Swap into our counter user Obstagoon? Absolutely not. We're going to go into Dragalge, which is going to be resisting the water type moves. And they're bringing in a Garchomp. Let's go. Do believe this one does actually have Dragon Tail. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely Dragon Tail. So the reason why we're not building up to Outrage is because Aqua Tail is perfectly fine. We're doing a lot of damage with our quick move, and Aqua Tail is nice and neutral to Garchomp. So now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to go in here with Nidoqueen. Why? Well, you'll see. We're going to build up some energy. Simply shield this up, knowing that the Dragon Tail is not going to be able to get to another one of those. Going to be able to farm down. Looking good. Have energy built up as well as a shield left. Now, what we're doing is going to get the shield or take them out. Beautiful. Now we're going to swap into Obstagoon. And if they had a Fairy type, we would have been able to take care of it with the Nidoqueen. It is going to be a Dragonite. And, well, folks, we're looking pretty stinking good. And I must say, I just stopped the audio to listen to it, and it sounds really good. Compared to the other mic I was using, I don't know what in the world is going on. I guess I have to just order like 50 of these little dinky mics, because that's the best quality ones that we can get that simply hook up into the phone and you can just go. And I'm just going to have to cycle them through. I guess they just need to like rebuild up their energy, because this one I'm using is like 4 years old. Anyways, so going up against this thing, we're going to swap into our Nidoqueen, and I was like, yeah, we're going to get off Poison Fang, lower their defense, come in with Obstagoon and take them out, but not the case, and we're taking the loss. Hey, it happens. Good game. Good game. Next opponent, we're met with a Machamp regular, and this is absolutely amazing. Rock Slide, not very effective. Cross Chop, counter, not very effective. They're swapping into an Empoleon, building up to an Earth Power for the Illusion and going for the Poison Fang, and this is what we were talking about in the beginning of the video. Lowering their defense and then swapping into something that's going to do super effective Dragon Tail and or counter. As you can see here, the counter is just really digging in. So what do we want to do? Let this go through? Yes, we do. And we're going to farm all the way down. We don't want to throw. Well, as soon as I say that, we throw. I guess that's what I wanted to really do, but I got a little nervous here, and we're going to go ahead and throw. We rose our attack. In comes Machamp. Okay, so the reason why I didn't farm down, now that I'm thinking about it, is because Machamp could have came in and just like one-countered us with all that energy, right? It happens. Or we could have got off a move and then just not been able to get off the second one. And we're going in with the Nidoqueen. They're swapping into a Gengar, and this is actually looking just amazing here. So we're getting their shield after the Earth Power. We're swapping into Dragalge. Being poisoned, we don't need to look out for the Sludge Bomb, and more than likely they do not have Shadow Ball. So they're going for the Shadow Punch. Beautiful, easily surviving that. Dragon Tail digging in comes the Machamp, and they're backing out because the counters are not going to be doing much, while the Dragon Tail is just going to absolutely annihilate them. Into the next battle, we're met with another Gengar coming back for that revenge. Let's get it. So we're going to go ahead and build up to the Earth Power, and I do believe, actually, we might just go straight Earth Power. I don't really remember. Yeah, letting that go through. Okay, yeah. Good. Going to go ahead and go for the bait here, and they're not giving it up, so we've got to go ahead and swap. Since we did lower that defense, taking advantage of that with the Dragalge. Going to go ahead and let this go through. It's a Sludge Bomb. No bueno, folks. Nah, not going to happen. That's not very effective. Swapping into a Snorlax. It still did good damage, though, because it is Gengar. Swapping into a Snorlax, hitting them with an Outrage. Oh, this is looking beautiful. This is just looking absolutely amazing. Letting this go through, no problem. And we are barely able to get to this Aqua Tail here, literally surviving with 1 HP, and not quite able to take down that Snorlax. You know, now that I think of it, while I was in this battle, what I really wanted to do was have them take me out. Didn't think I was going to be able to get to another Aqua Tail and go in there and farm down with the Obstagoon, giving us a lot of energy. Seeing that we have a massive resistance to the Lick, it really would have done nothing at all. But we did have to look out for Superpower. Anyways, we're up against the Venusaur here. As much as I wanted to throw that Gunk Shot, probably would not have been in my best interest. As you can see, we got a shield out of them, so it was a good thing we didn't. Gonna go ahead and throw another one of these Night Slashes here. Good old Venusaur is just tanking these hits like no problem at all. Gonna shield up this Frenzy Plant. And we're in kind of a jam, right? We're really gonna have to play around this one here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw another Night Slash. They're letting it go through. We're gonna swap into Nidoqueen. And they're bringing in that Gengar. We're instantly gonna go ahead and throw this. It's not very effective, but I don't care. Alright, they're still shielding. They know what's up. And unfortunately, we're not able to farm down. So what we're gonna do is let this go through. Alright. In comes the Obstagoon. We're going to counter down that Poison and Ghost type non-stab counter. Going for the Night Slash and taking the win on the Venusaur. Let's go. Didn't look too good, but we're able to pull it off. Into the next battle, we're met with a Kingdra. Very interesting matchup here. So we're going to go ahead and hold our ground. This is actually no problem at all. The Octazooka, yeah, it is problematic. It is annoying. It is super effective, and it also is going to be getting stab, and I'm going to say it's like a 50% chance to lower your attack stat by 2 stages, but it's freaking like a 100% chance for me. It's so damn annoying. They need to like do something with that. It's a little bit OP. 50% for a double debuff? Okay. Anyways, so we're taking them out at the expense of a shield. In comes a Confusion user. We're going to have a little fun here. This is perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and get this off. We're going to let them farm us down, obviously, not swap, and bring in the Dragalge. Why would we do something like that? I just wanted to mess with their minds. They're going to be swapping into a Abomasnow. How perfect can this be, folks? How perfect can this be? So since we have been up against the Glade with the Dragalge a few times, we know that we can take those confusions while the charge moves are doing diddly squat. I mean, technically, the close combat will, you know, dig in a little bit, but it's going to be at the cost of them debuffing themselves as well. So anyways, we're going to barely hit these here. It's really not necessary. Taking them out. Well, farming a little bit, not quite getting a little bit of farm here. Figuring that we needed to not hit all those bubbles so we can build up a little bit of extra energy to get to another Night Slash here. Instantly swapping into Dragalge, going for the Aqua Tail. Oh, we're weak to confusion. Who cares? We don't care. Let's go. Bring it on. We have 1 shield left, and we are taking those confusions no problem. With this 98% Dragalge here, not even XL'd all the way up to what it needs to be. Could you imagine if it was even better than this, and it's still putting in work? That just goes to show how good it is, right? How good Dragalge is at the Ultra Premier. As far as the Open Ultra League, I'm sure it's pretty good. But honestly, I haven't really messed with that. I don't really care for that right now. Anyways, we're going to be up against a Dragonite. So look at the damage exchange. Do you see this? They have Dragon Tail, all right? I've been running into people using Dragon Tail on Dragonite, and it's looking good. Actually, really nice. So we are going to go in here with Nidoqueen. Unfortunately, this is not an Obstagoon kind of a thing right now. We need to farm this thing down quickly because Dragonite is kind of a nuisance. Well, it's not a nuisance to my team, really. I just don't want to deal with it. So Obstagoon's counter is going to take a little bit longer. Anyways, taking it out, and they're bringing back in that Glade. We're going to go ahead and go for the Poison Fang here. Swapping into our Obstagoon to take advantage of the defense drop, but they're going to be getting off a charge move. We're going to go ahead and shield it up. It is a close combat. Would have easily taken us out being Dark and Normal type. Bringing in a Empoleon. So this is actually looking okay for us here. We don't have any more shields, and also, yeah, this is going to hurt. So let's see how much it does. Hydro Cannon, yeah, still holding on. This is why Obstagoon is a beast. Look at this. Building all the way up to 2 of these. Countering all the way down. In comes the Glade. Confusion not doing too much damage. Going for the first Night Slash. Going for the next one. As you can see, I was trying to swap there, but I didn't quite make it. Going for another charge move. Going into Nidoqueen. And wow, we're not able to get to the Poison Fang. We've seen this situation before. Taking us out. In comes Obstagoon. We have a double KO. Wow, that was a good battle right there. All right, let's go into the next one. We're met with a Goodra. Oh, this is interesting. Now, right off the bat, I'm thinking, okay, we have to look out for the Muddy Water. Very, very low attack move and no stab. Do we need to worry about it? Do we need to shield up? I think it's going to be okay to let it go through. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Absolutely looking great. They're going to be swapping. We're going to go ahead and get off this Poison Fang to lower the defense. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in Obstagoon here. Up against the Mandibuzz. This is going to be an XL. Thick old bird over there. And it is a best buddy as well. So letting the Aerial Ace go through, the nice thing about Obstagoon is it's not going to be fighting, but you do have that nice counter move here. So we're doing some neutral damage to the Mandibuzz without any stab. Building all the way up to Gunk Shot. Let's see if we're going to be able to land this with the lowered defense. Oh, beautiful. Now at this point we're going to be able to counter down. We have not used a shield yet. Oh, this is amazing. As well as them, they still have 2 shields. Bringing in that Goodra. Gonna go ahead and get off that Night Slash. We're getting a shield out of them. If they shield up again, there's probably something back there that does not really want to see the Obstagoon. So we're gonna go ahead and shield up ourselves. I already figured it was gonna be a Muddy Water, but I wanted to hold on to as much health as possible. Yeah, double shield, I figured as much. So we're going to go ahead and swap to just preserve it, and it is going to be a Hypno. So here you go. This is what you wanted to see. What am I going to do if there's a Hypno in the back? Well, we have Obstagoon still, but you're going to be able to see the performance here. Taking super effective Confusion, super effective Ice Punch, and going to go ahead and get off the Outrage here. Letting it go. Well, they have no more shields. Letting it go. All right, so what are we going to go do here? Bring in Nidoqueen, farm down. And we're able to get to the Poison Fang on the Goodra, which is pretty incredible. Nidoqueen putting in that work, definitely worth the investment that I made with this thing. Absolutely incredible. Into the next battle, we're met with another Venusaur here. We already know the drill. We got to look out for the Frenzy Plant, but at the same time, they're going to still be taking a lot of damage from us as well. Alright, so we are absolutely going to be shielding up this Frenzy Plant here because we do need to preserve that health, and it does a lot of damage to us, so there we go, shielding it up, getting to another Poison Fang here. Now, they've already used one shield, so they're double shielding. That's always a good thing to see here. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Dragalge to absorb this here, and this is where having Gunk Shot would probably be amazing. So they're bringing in a Galarian Stunfisk, which is also okay because, well, we have Aqua Tail. Now, they're probably going to get off Earthquake here. I figured as much. I wasn't trying to call a bait or not. I was going to let it go because what we're going to do is go in here with the Obstagoon. And honestly, I thought they did not have enough energy to get to another Earthquake. I figured that was very fast for another one. Whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and continue on here. Don't think we're going to counter down before they get off a Rock Slide. Or magically another Earthquake there. So we're going to go ahead and just counter down. No more shields. In comes the Venusaur. We're going to go ahead and take that out before it gets off a Frenzy Plant and does some big damage to us. What do they got in the back? And it is an Umbreon. They're going to be backing out. We take the win. Looking good, folks. All right. So remember to make sure you have notifications on because I'll be bringing you guys some of these update videos as to what's going on with the events. Going to be looking good here. Got a shiny Regigigas, although it is kind of a useless thing. It's still shiny, right? Anyways, we are met with a Dragonite here. And this is actually not as bad as you may think it is. Because of the Poison Jab is incredible. So we're going to pretend that we're going for an Earth Power here to give them the illusion. We need to get a shield. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and swap into Obstagoon after we did lower their defense. And we're going to be looking really nice. We're absolutely not going to be shielding this up and letting it go through. Because we're going to be able to easily survive this, no problem. Although I wanted to farm down again, we're not going to be able to quite do that. We're going to go ahead and get that Night Slash off before they get off another Hydro Cannon here. In comes the Dragonite. We're going to go ahead and get off this Night Slash yet again. Think we may get a shield. Right, there's something back there that probably does not want to see this, but it doesn't really matter anymore. We had a Night Slash. Hey, those things happen. That's perfectly fine. Watch what it's going to take place here. As soon as we bring in Dragalge, I don't even think that they just didn't even want to wait. They just threw in the Gengar no matter what. So this is going to be great. We're going to be doing a lot of damage with our Dragon Tail. Look at this damage just eating away at the Gengar. Alright, so we're going to shield this up just to preserve the health here. And swapping into our Nidoqueen, which is going to be putting on the pressure. They're going to just throw their energy. This is basically a one battle. We're looking good here. Down goes the Nidoqueen. In comes the Dragalge to take the win with the Dragon Tail. Alright, let's keep it going here, folks. Into the next battle. We're met with another Talonflame. And like we've seen before, this is perfectly fine. We can hold our own here, so long as we call it correctly. So usually 4 of those Incinerates indicates that a Brave Bird may be coming your way, but a lot of people like to build up to it and then go Flame Charge. But they're going straight Brave Bird, so good shield on our end. Swapping into a Glade, we're going to go ahead and lower that defense here. And I do believe we go in with Dragalge. Yeah. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, yeah. Might as well go in with Obstagoon to take that resisted damage. Gonna have to call this here. It is a Leaf Blade bait. Unfortunately, you don't want to get hit by close combat, obviously, with the Obstagoon being normal and dark type, right? So we're going to go ahead and get that off. Looking great here. Going to get another one off on the shieldless opponent. Right? Shieldless, right? Yeah, right. No shields on both ends. In comes a Machamp. Now, this is not good. Let's figure this out here. But we're still going to be able to potentially win, right? We're going to go in here with Nidoqueen and have them use their energy. Okay, very nice. Let's see what they're going to be throwing. If it's a cross chop, we'll survive. And it is a cross chop. We swap into Dragalge just because. And I was thinking that maybe they have payback because they go for another cross chop here. And we're just going to go ahead and get off the Aqua Tail. And if they went for Rock Slide, I think we would have been in a... actually, I think we still would have been okay, to be honest with you, because... yeah, it's not Shadow. But nonetheless, we're taking the win anyways. In comes the Machamp. Going for another cross chop. I'm thinking definitely payback or something. So, it happens, right? Into the next battle here, folks. What are we going to be met with? And it is going to be a... oh! Magnazone! Are you kidding? I gotta love it. Alright, so pretty much everything that we have is going to enjoy seeing this. Dragalge is resisting the electric moves, and so is Nidoqueen. Obstagoon super effective with the counter. So they're going to be swapping. We're going to go ahead and do our same song and dance, do the Poison Fang, swap into our Dragalge here, since the defense has been lowered on the Swampert here. We're going to be resisting the Poison and the Hydro Cannon, but that Hydro Cannon is going to be starting to add up. Okay, it sure does. And what am I doing here? Well, I don't want to completely take it out. I want to farm it down before it actually is fainted. So that's the plan. And there we go. Beautiful. And we're able to gain that energy just like we needed to go up against the Magnazone here. And we are resisting the quick move. They can go for the Flash Cannon, or not the Flash Cannon, the... what? Why am I drawing a blank on the Mirror Shot? There you go. Okay. So at this point, we're just going to go in here with the Obstagoon and farm up. And I do believe we'll shield this up just for safe measures in case it is a wild charge. Although I don't think that had the energy there. Bringing in a Venusaur, and this is still okay. Alright, because we still have the Nidoqueen, and this is all good. So we're going to go ahead and swap into it now and lower that defense. Continue to hit him with the Poison Jab and continue on and win this battle, I do believe, right? Okay. And we have maybe one more battle after the... actually, no, this is the last battle, folks. Yeah, no, this is the last battle. Alright, so going for a Poison Fang here again. Getting the final shield out of them. And we are shieldless ourselves. So what are we going to do? It's getting pretty close here, right? Oh, no, we got one more battle. I lied. In comes the Magnazone. They swapped. We're able to farm and then get to the foul play here, which helped us out quite a bit. Very nice. Excellent. Thank you, Shiny Obstagoon. Let's get it. So if you're thinking about using Dragalge and say you're not level 40, you can't make XLs. Do you make it anyways? Do you use it? I mean, you know, go ahead and have fun. As you can see here, mine is XL about 3 times. I do believe like 3 or 4 times, so yeah, it's not even close to being where it needs to be, and it's still performing amazing. So they're swapping into a Skarmory here. We're going to be going into our Obstagoon, letting the Sky Attack go through, and we're going to go ahead and get off our Night Slash here and just start adding up that damage. I do believe we will not shield this thing up. Getting to another one here. Should be able to counter down before, unless they want to use a shield. Nope, we're going to be able to counter down. Absolutely amazing. They were right at that Sky Attack, bringing in that Roserade, back at it. So Dragalge will completely wall this through and through. I mean, the only thing that the Roserade can hit the Dragalge with that is actually going to do some decent damage is going to be Dazzling Gleam for neutral. Seeing that we are a part poison, it's not completely super effective, but I don't care. Weather Ball, nah. Leaf Storm, nope. We're looking good. So we're going to go ahead and get off this Aqua Tail on the Swampert. Just in case they shield, seeing our Dragon Tail is doing so much, putting on the pressure here. And I do believe we are going to shield this up. Yeah, just because Hydro Cannons really start to add up. It's not that I thought they were going to hit me with Earthquake. It's the fact that they're going to be able to spam us like crazy with this Swampert here. So what am I doing? Why would I bring in Nidoqueen? Because that's the play. We needed to absorb this energy here. But at the same time, we're actually able to get the Poison Fang to lower the defense, which is just magnificent. Dragalge is the only thing we have left, folks. They're swapping. We're taking them out. This is going to be it. This is the last battle. Let's go. You already know what it is going to be. But, so one Hydro Cannon, I'm thinking, yeah, we got this. And they have another one. Man, they had a bunch of energy built up here. But it's not enough to take them out or take us out. And we're going to be able to take the win with our Dragalge. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll be catching you all in my next video. Take care, trainers.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!